Now, we've been waiting a long time for this vehicle. I know you have, we certainly have. This is America's favorite SUV, the 2023 Honda CR-V. I'm Justin Thompson here at Smail Honda, here to take you on a test drive, even before I've had my 5 cups of coffee for the morning, on the new 2023 Honda CR-V EXL trim level. Let's check it out. New with the 2023 Honda CR-V, you're going to see the front fascia is completely different. The grille of the vehicle, the H Honda symbol in the front. You have the bumper sensors for the EXL model, so you're going to have those as well in the front. The full LED headlamps. And coming around the side of the vehicle, you'll see the 18-inch aluminum alloy wheels and just the whole different body structure of the CR-V. It gives it that nice aggressive look, really sporty. And in the rear of the vehicle, you have the LED tail lights. You do the bumper sensors in the rear bumper as well for the CR-V, and you have the power lift tailgate. You can open it up a few different ways. There's a button on the key fob that has a back tailgate button. You just hold that down, that will open up the tailgate. You can hit the button in the back, but I wanted to show you, there's a button here that you can stop at any height. And you can hold this button down and you can program it to stop at this level if you want to, any level really. So if you're parking it inside of the garage, you can make sure that the tailgate doesn't hit the ceiling. Having it all the way open here, just showing you the inside. You do have the flat level here, and this platform can be dropped down like the previous generations did. That way your groceries don't go sliding around. But if you need more of a flat surface, you can put this up top. You do have your spare tire, jack and tools in order to change the tire underneath. And you can see how the second row does fold down flat as well. You do have the lights in the back that turn on whenever you open up the tailgate. When you close it, they turn off automatically for you. You also have a 12-volt power outlet in the back. And in the back seat, you can see how the seats do fold down flat for you to store stuff on top. What I love about the CR-V is these doors open almost 90 degrees. That makes it very simple to get in and out of the vehicle and also store stuff in here and actually put stuff into the vehicle into the back seat. There are multiple levels on the seat, so this is actually the first position for locking. But you can lock it, I believe there's 7 or 9 different positions with it reclining all the way back. This makes it great whenever you're taking a long trip. You can almost take a nap back here. You do have a cup holder and an armrest. And continuing with the 2023 model, you do have a standard remote start with the vehicle. As the previous generations, all you do is hit the lock button first, hold down the circular remote start button until you see your lights blink, then you can release your thumb. And it will start up, it'll blink 6 times in the front, side, and rear of the vehicle to ensure that it remote started. It'll run for about 10 minutes and then shut off. You can do another 10-minute runtime before you actually have to physically start the vehicle up. Or within the first 10-minute runtime, if you want to do that pattern again, it'll blink 6 more times. I have now set it to 20 minutes. Another cool feature that Honda has, you can actually put down the windows. So if you walk away from the vehicle in the summertime and you want to crack the windows to keep it a little cool inside, you can hit the unlock button 2 times. The second time, you're going to hold the button down. 1 time, second time, hold it down, and for as long as you hold your finger down, it'll put down the windows and open up the sunroof as well. Let's take it for a ride. So this is the interior of the new 2023 Honda CR-V. You can see it's very beautiful. We got a fresh new look on the inside. You got the piano black dashboard, the 9-inch color touchscreen, and a lot of the features are similar. They're just laid out a little differently, that's all. And you got a nice leather wrapped steering wheel with all the controls of the previous generation right up here on the steering wheel, so that you can keep your hands on the wheel and your eyes on the road when you're driving. You do have memory seats with the EXL model. And this is full leather interior with the heated seats as well for the driver and the passenger. There's a difference in the drive mode up here. So you do have a switch up here. We're right now in normal mode. And if you've watched my videos on the HR-V or the Civic, you'll notice that this is similar. So Honda's kind of changing the newer generation to all have similar features and similar looks on the interior of the vehicle. So right now in normal, all-wheel drive, it's a real-time all-wheel drive system with the CR-V. So it'll automatically engage and distribute the power wherever it's needed whenever you're driving. On a nice dry day, whenever you don't need the all-wheel drive, it's mainly going to drive itself like a front-wheel drive vehicle would. So with more power diverted to the front wheels and less to the rear, and as soon as your wheels start to slip, again, it'll evenly distribute the power, distribute it wherever it's needed. Let's say that you're driving and you wanted a little bit better traction in any inclement weather, like snow or ice. you can switch it down to the snow setting. And you also have an econ setting, which is right in the middle. So if you're taking a long trip and you want to maximize your fuel efficiency, you can use this setting and that will give you good gas mileage. We still have the electronic emergency brake. You lift up gently on that to set the brake. The little red light's going to indicate that it's on. If you're buckled up and you tried to leave and put the vehicle into drive without disengaging the emergency brake, and you hit the accelerator and went anyways, it'll release that mechanism automatically. It will not do that if you're not buckled up. So all you do to disengage the emergency brake is to press the brake pedal on the floor and then press down on that mechanism, and that will release it for you. And brake hold is designed to hold the brake while you're in drive. So if you're ever at a traffic light or a stop sign and you just want to rest your foot, it'll allow you to rest your foot off of the brake. The vehicle won't drift anywhere. And when you want to go, you just hit the accelerator and it will release brake hold for that moment. And when you come to a complete stop, whether it's right away or hours later, it'll always lock up for you. Below the drive mode switch, you'll see a little A with the arrow around it and the word off. That's your idle engine shut off. So the vehicles, all new vehicles, are designed to shut off if they're idling at a traffic light or a stop sign to save on gas. If you don't like the way the engine shuts off, you can simply hit that button and that will disengage that so that it will not shut the engine off while you're driving. And you do have the hill descent control button, and that will help the vehicle from running away from you whenever you're driving down a hill at slower speeds, especially if the vehicle's weighted down. You do have automatic lights. You can keep it on auto all the time, and that's going to automatically turn your headlamps on at night, turn them off during the day. If you ever have your windshield wipers on a rainy day like today, it'll automatically turn on your headlamps. That's a PA state law, so that will happen in the auto setting. In the auto setting, you have automatic high beams at night. So if you're driving down a road that's not well lit, it'll turn them on automatically. When you come upon another vehicle, it'll turn them off automatically for you. You do have a wireless phone charger for your cell phone down here, and I'm connected to Apple CarPlay right now. That's the wireless Apple CarPlay. So from the main Honda screen, this is going to bring it up. So you don't have to plug in your Apple CarPlay anymore. And now I can have all my contacts. I can text message hands-free, and I can use any navigation app as my navigation. It'll actually show up here on the touchscreen. So if I wanted to, I can do a long hold on the voice command button here to bring up Siri to call anybody, text message, or use any of my navigation apps. So I'll demonstrate with the navigation. Directions to Red Lobster.
One possibility is Red Lobster on US 30 East. Is that the one you're...
And you have your turn-by-turn directions. How cool is that? You also have the automatic dimming mirror, and I did want to point out the power sunroof as well. It's one touch all the way back, one touch all the way forward. You also have a sunglass holder up top as well. Lighted vanity mirrors on both sides. And beyond the steering wheel, you have your instrument cluster. You can decide what you want to put up here. This little home button is going to bring up the menu, and then you can slide up and down and choose whichever one you want to see. So for instance, if you want your range and your fuel efficiency, you can click on that, hit the home button. Let's say you wanted your audio on there, you can click that and it's going to tell you what music media that you have set up. By the way, if you scroll up and down, then you can choose between Sirius XM satellite radio, FM, AM radio, or any Bluetooth connection or Apple CarPlay connection. When you put the vehicle in reverse, you're going to have your backup camera. You're going to have 3 camera angle views. The wide angle view, so you can see traffic coming from either side. This does have the blind spot info system on the outside of each mirror. So this is called cross monitor detection. It's going to indicate any vehicles traveling behind us, and it's going to beep and indicate what side they're coming from with arrows. But while you're backing up, if you spin the wheel, the dynamic guidelines do change color and give you a projected angle into a parking spot. If you want more of a concentrated view, you can hit the middle button. And if you want a straight down view and back right up against the curb without hitting it, you can hit that last button as well. A couple buttons on the side here. You do have the bumper sensors for the front and the rear of the vehicle, so this will beep and the intervals will get closer together as you get closer to an object. And then the last one, the star and moon here, you can actually dim or brighten the display here for the backup camera. Sometimes whenever you're backing up and it's really sunny out, it's tough to see the screen, so you can adjust the levels there to make it easier to see. All right, let's take it out on the road, and this is going to be a wet test drive today. I did want to demonstrate real quick here. I have brake hold on, so I wanted to show you. You have brake hold and then hold and a boulder print underneath here, and that lets me know that the brake is held. So I can confidently take my foot off the brake. We're in drive right now. All I have to do to release it is just hit the accelerator and go. And when I come to a complete stop again, it'll lock back up for me so I can rest my foot. Now we still have the 1.5 liter turbo engine with 190 horsepower. And that CVT transmission, which gives you that smooth transition up the speed. Really, really smooth ride. So up on the steering wheel, I do have my adaptive cruise control and my lane keep assist system over here on the right-hand side. If I want to use my cruise, I just hit the cruise button and that brings it up here. And all I have to do is set my cruise at any desired speed, and it will maintain that speed with the vehicle in front of me, never letting me hit that vehicle in front of me. And I'm actually not on the brakes right now, and it will brake you all the way down to 0 miles an hour for you. But this is great when you're out on the highway. Let's say if you had it set at 65, you come upon a vehicle going slower than you, it'll slow up automatically, keep you at a safe distance, which, by the way, I can change the intervals with this button down here, and I can actually bridge the gap between me and the car in front of me. And then when you get in the fast lane and nobody's in front of you, it'll just pop you back up to your previously set speed. Now I've activated my lane keep assist system with this button right here, and that's going to bring up the lines on the dash. Those green lines indicate that it's ready to operate, and if I did start to drift, it'll just slightly keep me centered in the lane. I don't suggest ever taking your hands off the wheel, but just for this demonstration, kind of showing you how it'll pinball you down the highway and keep you centered in the lane when you're driving. Just real subtle movements in the steering to keep you centered in the lane. And this is something that you can override. So if you need to swerve to avoid an object in the road, you're able to do that. Along with adaptive cruise control and your lane keep assist system, you also have part of Honda Sensing, the road departure mitigation, forward collision brake mitigation system, and you can activate that from the home button here. Is going to bring up the menu that you can scroll up and down. I'll pick safety support, and then I can scroll up and down and choose to turn off or on my road departure mitigation, blind spot info system, the low speed braking control, which, by the way, if you're backing up and you're about to hit something, it'll apply the brakes for you automatically. That's a really cool system, and that's new with the 2023s. You also have the parking sensors that we've discussed before, and then that's your collision mitigation braking system. So right now, this ride is really, really smooth. I like the horsepower. You got a lot of pickup. And the all-wheel drive system, just that peace of mind and knowing that in any inclement situation, I'm going to be safe. So on the dash, you'll notice the honeycomb vents for the air conditioner and the heater. So the overall design of the inside of the CR-V does have that fresh, modern look, you know. And I really like that about the Hondas, the newer generation. It's going to be really exciting to see that a lot of the newer vehicles are going to start to look similar as far as the inside, like how they're laid out. Again, the piano black dash that you have, the soft touches on the dash all over, really great design. Everything is where it should be. I don't know how else to explain that better, you know? The shifter knob, the center console, resting my arm against the door here. Just everything is just positioned perfectly so that I'm very comfortable whenever I'm driving the car. So we're test driving the CR-V in the rain. We got some inclement weather. We couldn't wait for a sunny day in order to get this thing out. You know, we wanted to get this video out right away to you guys. Really excited to have this car. Again, we've been waiting for a redesign for a little over 6 years now for the CR-V. So the exterior of the vehicle, you have a steel night pearl. There are some other exteriors that are offered new to the CR-V this year, so check those out. We're really excited about the overall fresh look that the CR-V has. It's a little bit longer than the older generation. It has just as much or maybe even a little bit more interior space. And that was the cool thing of Honda. Honda is always able to maximize the utility of all of their vehicles and throughout their whole lineup. So the 9-inch color touchscreen is a different look. The way it's displayed on the dash, it mimics the other vehicles that have had their refresh already, like the 22 Civic and the 2023 HR-V. I like it a lot. It's not obstructing my view at all. That might be a misconception with some people. They think that it's going to obstruct their view. It is not. And I can adjust my seat up or down however high I want I'm kind of at a middle to lower level right now, so there's much more room to actually prop myself up. I can see almost all of the dash here. So just the visibility in the vehicle, it's really great. That was something that you know, the CR-V was always good for. The A-pillar is very thin here, giving it a better view for you know, our customers. And always standard with a new Honda, you have a 3-year, 36,000 mile comprehensive warranty. That takes care of all the bells and whistles, all the electronics, all the computer systems that run these vehicles these days. So you're covered for 3 years or 36,000 miles on that. The powertrain, your engine, drivetrain, transmission, all-wheel drive system, that is 5 years, 60,000 miles. The back does have a little bit more space, so you're gonna have a little bit more leg room in the rear seat. But I like the seats in the back. They're almost like stadium seating a little bit. They're up just a smidgen higher so that you can see out of the vehicle a little bit better. So the fuel efficiency, you have 27 in the city, 29 combined miles per gallon, and 32 on the highway. And that, in my opinion, is a little bit light. You know, I have customers that are getting better fuel efficiency than what it's printed on the window sticker from the previous generations. This is the same engine transmission, so we're going to get the same gas mileage as the previous generation CR-V. All right, guys, well, I really want you to come in and ask for me, take the vehicle for a test drive. The best way to know if you really like something is to sit in it, feel it, touch it, smell it. So if you want to come in and schedule a test drive, just ask for me, Justin Thompson.
Come smell my car.
Come smell my car. And that's the test drive on the new design 2023 Honda CR-V EXL all-wheel drive. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you have any questions or comments, leave them in the comment section below. And please visit us here on Route 30 in Greensburg. Ask for me, Justin Thompson, or visit us online at smailhonda.com. Thanks so much for watching.